I didn't cheat on my husband, but right now, the way he's treating me, you would think I did the worst thing possible. Up till this moment, he still believes I went to the village to see my ex. And I honestly don't know how my life turned into this kind of situation. Let me just explain everything from the beginning, because even me, I am still trying to understand how something so small could become something big. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll bring to you another amazing real life story. So sit right back and do not forget to subscribe and also turn on your notification bell so that whenever I drop amazing video like this one, you'll be the first to get notified. Let's go guys. It all started on a Sunday. There was a burial in my village, not just any burial. It was someone from our extended family, so it was important for me to attend. In our place, things like that matters a lot. If you don't show up, people will talk. They will start saying you don't care or you have changed. So I had already made up my mind that I would go. That morning, I wake up early and I started preparing. I packed a few things, arranged what I would wear, and made sure everything was in order before leaving the house. My husband was in the sitting room. He had been watching me quietly for a long time, and then he asked me, "Should I follow you?" That question now keeps playing in my head again and again, because sometimes I just sit down and think, what if I had just said yes when he asked if he can follow me? Maybe all this wouldn't have happened. But at that time, I didn't think it was a big deal. I just told him, "No, don't worry. Transport is too expensive now. If we both go, it will be too much. Let me just go and come back the next day." He didn't laugh. He just looked at me and said, "Are you sure?" And I said yes. He was quiet for a few seconds. Then he said, "Okay, just make sure you call me when you get to the village." I said, "I will," and that was it. There were no arguments, no problem. Everything was normal. If only I knew. The journey to the village was stressful. As usual, the roads were bad. The bus was full and people were talking too much inside the bus. But I didn't mind. I was just focused on getting home. When I finally arrived, the whole place were already busy. You know how village burials are. Canopies everywhere, plastic chairs, loud music, people greeting each other like they haven't seen for years. Food moving up and down, drinks everywhere. I started greeting people. "Ah, you are back. See you, oh, you have changed." That kind of thing. That was what almost everybody keep on telling me. I was smiling, hugging people, just flowing with everything. Everything was going so well. Nothing felt strange. Nothing felt wrong until I saw him. At first, I didn't believe it. I just saw someone from afar that looked like him, and I told myself, no, it can't be. But just when I looked properly, I realized it was actually him, my ex. For a moment, my body froze because I didn't expect to see him there at all, not even in my imaginations. We haven't spoken for years. We were not in contact. We don't even check up on each other. So seeing him like that shocked me a lot. Before I could even turn or try to avoid him, he saw me too. Our eyes met, and immediately he started coming towards me. At that point, there was no way to avoid the situation again. He came close and smiled. "Wow, is this really you?" he said. I didn't even know what to say at first. I just said, "Yes, it is me." He laughed small and said, "It's been a while." I said, "Yes, it has." Then I asked him, "What are you doing here?" He said he was invited by someone and that he came with a friend. I said, "Okay." Then he asked me how I've been, how is life going. I answered him normally. There was nothing emotional, nothing deep, nothing serious. We didn't talk about our past. We didn't talk about anything sensitive, just normal conversations. How is work? How is life? Where have you been? After a few minutes, we both went our separate ways. I continued enjoying the events, talking to people, laughing, eating. At some point, food were served, people were eating, drinking, dancing everywhere. Then later, pictures started. You know how it is. Everybody wants to snap. I snap with my cousins, I snap with my friends. even some neighbors. It was just normal. Then I saw him again. He came and said, "Let's snap." Honestly, I didn't think deep about it. To me, it was just like snapping with any other person there. So I said, "Okay." We stood side by side, not close, nothing strange. Someone took the picture and that was it. We didn't snap again, we didn't go anywhere together, and nothing happened between the both of us. The event ended late. By the time everything finished, it was already too late to travel back. So I decided to sleep in the village. I called my husband. I told him I have reached safely. He said okay. I said I will come back tomorrow morning and he said alright. Everything was normal. There was no problem. That night, I was just lying down pressing my phone. I opened my gallery and I started looking at the pictures I took. There were many, so I decided to post them. Pictures with my friends, pictures with my cousins, pictures with different people. Then I also uploaded the one I snapped with my ex-boyfriend. To me, it was just like every other picture. There was nothing special about it. I didn't think twice. I just posted everything. Then I slept. The next day, I came back home. I was even happy to be back. I entered the house and I greeted my husband. He didn't answer me. At first, I thought maybe he didn't hear me. So I greeted him again. Still, he didn't answer me. That was when I started feeling somehow. I dropped my bag and I looked at him. He was just sitting there, quiet. I asked him if he's okay. He didn't respond. That was when I knew something was wrong. The whole day, he didn't talk to me. I tried to act normal. I asked him small questions. He didn't answer. He ignored me completely. I started thinking in my head, what did I do? I even started checking everything that happened in the village, but nothing came to my mind. It was in the evening that everything happened. He just stood up and said, "So you went to the village to sleep with your ex-boyfriend? Don't pretend I saw the pictures," he said. And that was when everything made sense. I started explaining immediately. I told him it was just a coincidence. I told him I didn't even know my ex would be there. I told him we only talked and snapped one picture, but he didn't believe me. He said that was why I didn't want him to follow me, that I planned everything, that I wanted to meet my ex. I was just crying because I knew it wasn't true. But no matter what I said, he didn't listen. Since that Sunday till now, he has not been talking to me. He still believes I went to meet my ex in the village. He even said maybe we lodged in a hotel. And that one really hurt me so much because it is not true. I even begged my ex to call him and explain. He called, but that made things worse. My husband got even more angry. Right now, I don't know what to do anymore. I didn't cheat and I didn't plan anything. It was just a coincidence, but my husband doesn't believe me. I feel like I'm losing my marriage over something I didn't do. I don't know what else to do. At this point, I just felt tired. Not even tired physically, but tired in my mind. Because it's just like no matter what I say, my husband had already made up his mind. And the painful part is, I know my husband. He is not someone that gets angry easily. He's actually very calm most of the time. But when he's angry, it is something else. And this one is not different at all. After that day, the house became quiet. Not peaceful quiet, but that kind of silence that makes you very uncomfortable in your own home. He would wake up, do his thing, and not talk to me at all. If I try to greet him, sometimes he will ignore me. Sometimes he will just answer dry. No normal conversation, no laughter, nothing. Even when I try to explain again, he will just walk away and tell me to stop talking. At some point, I stopped explaining because it felt like I was talking to someone who had already decided not to believe me. I remember one night I was lying on the bed and he was on the other side. The room was dark, but I knew he was awake. I wanted to talk to him so badly. I wanted to just say, "Please, let's sort things out." But I was very scared. Because every time I tried before, I only made things worse. So I just stayed quiet. But inside me, I am not okay at all. The next few days were same thing: silence, distance, cold attitude. Even small things become uncomfortable. Cooking, eating, even sitting in the same space, everything just felt off. One day, I decided to try again. I told myself I can't continue like this. Let me talk to him calmly. So I went to meet him. I said, "Please, can we talk?" He didn't even look at me. I know you are angry, but this thing is not what you think. I didn't do anything with him. He just laughed, not a happy laugh. That kind of laugh that makes you feel worse. He said, you expect me to believe that? I said yes, because that is the truth. He said, so all those things you did, you think I'm a fool? That word alone pained me because it felt like he was seeing me as something else completely. I started crying again. I said, what exactly do you want me to do to prove to you? He didn't answer, he just stood up and left. That was when it really started getting to me because I realized something. It wasn't even about explanations again, it was about trust. And once trust is broken, even if it is based on something that is not true, it is hard to fix. At some point, I even started blaming myself. I started asking myself questions. Why did I snap with him? Why did I post that picture? Why didn't I just avoid him completely? Even though I knew I didn't do anything wrong with him, I still felt like maybe I could have handled it differently. Maybe if I didn't snap that picture, maybe if I didn't post it, maybe if I just stayed away from him completely, maybe all these things wouldn't have happened. But at the same time, another part of me was saying, but you didn't do anything wrong. And that was what made it even more painful because I was just being punished for something I didn't do. Days turned into almost a week and nothing changed. If anything, it felt like something were getting worse. Then one day, something happened. It was in the evening. He came back home and sat down. I noticed he looked different, not angry like before, just quiet. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to start anything again. Then after some time, he said my name. That have been days since he called me like that. I was surprised. I answered yes, and he asked me to come sit with him. I went and I sat down. My heart was beating fast because I didn't know what he was about to say. He was quiet for a few seconds. Then he said, why didn't you tell me you saw him there immediately? That question caught me off guard. I said, I didn't think it was something serious. It was just a coincidence. He nodded slowly. Then he said, that is the problem. That was the first time he spoke normally after everything happened. So I listened carefully. He said, if you had told me, maybe I wouldn't have felt the way I felt when I saw it online. I didn't even think of it that way before. To me, it was nothing, but to him, it was something. He continued. He said, I saw the pictures online like every other person. No explanation, nothing. Then I responded quietly. I didn't know it would be a problem. Then he said, that's the thing. You didn't think about how I would feel. At that point, I wasn't even trying to defend myself again. I just listened because for the first time, he wasn't shouting, he wasn't accusing, he was just talking. Then he said something that really stayed with me. Even if nothing happened, it didn't look right. That sentence alone explained everything. I took a deep breath and said, I understand, but I swear to you, nothing happened. He didn't answer immediately, but at least he didn't argue. That conversation didn't fix everything immediately, but it changed something. At least we started talking small again, not like before, but better than silence. I also realized something important. Sometimes it is not about what you do, it is about how it looks and how it makes your partner feel. I am not saying I was wrong, but I also understand now that I could have handled it better. Maybe I should have told him immediately. I should have avoided that picture. Maybe I should have been more careful. Right now, things are still not fully back to normal, but we are trying. We talk now, not like before, but at least we are not strangers in the same house. This whole situation has really taught me something because sometimes something that means nothing to you can mean something serious to someone else. And if care is not taken, it could turn into something very big. I didn't cheat on my husband, not one I know. But I also learned that in marriage, it is not always about intention. Sometimes it is about perception. Sometimes it is about communication. And I'm still hoping everything goes back to normal fully. But for now, we are taking it one day at a time. But I want to ask you something. If you were in my husband's position, would you believe me? Did I actually do something wrong? Or is he overreacting? Should I have avoided taking that picture completely? And what would you do if your partner refused to believe you even after you told the truth? I really want to hear your own thoughts. So please drop your comment in the comments section. She'll be in the comments section to know what you think about this situation. And also, do not forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I drop amazing video like this one, you'll be the first to get notified. See you guys on another real life story. Bye for now.